Yeah, okay. We're live. All right, dudes and girls, here is the deal. I saw that this staking, delegating thing was confusing me, so I figured it was probably confusing a couple folks, and I thought I'd go through and do one live with you guys while you're here and see what is shaking. So it might take a couple minutes for folks to drop in. You can skip forward, and maybe what I'll do eventually is I'll like delete this or put like a time code for when this thing starts up. So thanks for the thumbs up. Let's see. I think I'm gonna get Neil in here. Give me a second. This is all kind of last minute stuff, so squaring this thing away. Stand by while I get squared away. But we'll be doing some staking, delegating. I'll walk you through how I'm doing it, and then you can tell me what I'm doing wrong, and together we will learn a bunch. So here you go. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, complaints, whatever, drop them in the comments. Okay. Cool. So we got Soul Hex finally. Yeah. What's up, dog? Totally finally. Let me see if I can drop this other thing in here. I'm just going to go over to Discord because I know there's a bunch of questions about this thing. And I will just answer those as live as I can. All right, let's learn together. Sorry, there's a bunch of this stuff will be kind of boring for a second. All right, there's Neil coming in. Cool. Let me see if I can bring Neil in. Stand by. What's up, Neil? Hold on. Let me get you on the screen here, and the magic will happen. You are not Max. BFG Neil. And then let me bring you in. Dude, I love your smile. I always like how stoked you are, Neil. There we go. I can't hear you yet, though. Did I turn your sound off, or have you got it off? You're just fucking banging on the drums, weren't you? Okay. It'll come. I'm sure it'll come. I don't have you on mute. Yeah. Take time. You can go out, come back in, whatever. We'll be here. I'll actually make this BFG Neil a track pack so that everybody knows who's helping them. Okay. Neil will be right back. So folks who are here, we are not, Leo, we're not live on Discord. This is just here on YouTube. This is not an official thing. This is just, I was having problems. Neil was helping me, and I was like, dude, let's just do this live so that I can look like an idiot in front of a bunch of people and maybe help a bunch of people. So, Neil, you good now?
Yeah, should be good.
All right, rock and roll. How you doing? A little tuggy tug with the dog. Cool.
Yeah, it's a sunny day, so he's full of energy.
Love it. So I thought, Neil, what we do is I'll switch my camera, and I think I can hold this thing. Ooh, I might need to set that up a little bit better. And you can kind of walk me through what I'm doing, and I would stake. The idea is I'd stake HNT and then delegate it to mobile and then do it directly on mobile and directly on IoT. Does that sound pretty reasonable?
Yeah. People just want to see how to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a big part of that as well. They want to see, how do you load a bit of Sol to your wallet as well, I think.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so let's start with that.
Actually, you have to have a bit of Sol, right? So
you
a lot
do,
of people
yeah.
would never purchase Sol before.
Okay. Let's see if I can go back. I've just been fiddling with this thing all day. So if you go in your wallet, this is generally what you'll see, right? You'll have some dollar amount here. There's 700 HNT. On mine, there's... Can you see this pretty well or no? Looks like it's not super clear. Fuck.
It's not too bad.
All right. I think that's clear enough that you can see it, and the actual numbers don't matter. So across the bottom of the wallet, or bottom of your app, we got these guys right here. One thing that you'll see that is relatively new is there is now Sol in there. All right, so we had HNT, we had mobile, we had IoT. If you want to get more Sol in there, there's a couple things to check. First is go up to settings and cruise down. This is something that tripped me up. You'll go all the way down. If you see developer settings, which is right here, it should say Mainnet beta. If it doesn't, it may say DevNet. And if it does, you're just going to switch it back to Mainnet beta. You also may find, as I found, that if it's on mainnet beta, when you go into your globe here, you'll see up at the top, it'll say DevNet, which is what mine says now. Like I managed to screw this up again. So this thing at the top, as far as I know, this guy right here, cannot say DevNet or it won't work. Is that right, Neil? Am I getting that right?
Yep. As far as I'm aware, you got it right. A big one for me, I had no soul in the wallet. So when I went to the homepage, it showed me that I had one soul. And
Yep.
if it says that you've got one soul and you're an Android, try that DevNet mainnet switch, as it will clear it up and put you on mainnet. But after you've done that, close the app and open it again. Make sure
Okay.
it
So
refreshes
I
it all.
need to go back into this and set it to from DevNet back to mainnet. And that was just something that I found. It may not be true for yours. And then you said close the app and then get rid of it. Okay, we're good. Open it up again. Okay, there's my pin, top secret. And then I should be able to hit this little globe button at the bottom right. And I'm still fucking seeing DevNet up here. So I've had this happen a couple times. So I would say this is probably just a little buggy bug. And
Exactly. We were saying to expect all of this, weren't we? For a couple of days, just let it settle. There's no rush. That's why Land Rush is 10 days. We've got plenty of time to do this. Doesn't matter if it's today or tomorrow. You don't get any bonus from doing it today over to tomorrow. So if you do have problems, they are working on it.
Yeah. Huh. I wonder what I did to fix it because I got it working. Maybe I just broke it again. And it does say, let's say if I do testnet, nothing happens there. If I go DevNet, and then maybe I switch out of there. Let me just mess with this thing for a second. Okay, so if you're in DevNet, it'll say this is a little warning up here. These are DevNet tokens for testing only. I don't know that I can get this thing to work super well as far as focus, but I think you're going to be able to see what you need to see. Hold the camera a little closer. All right.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's like a funky little camera.
You need one of those clamps for the desk.
Yeah, I mean, I
Keep
can
it a
hold this
certain
thing
height.
up here, but I think it'll be reasonable enough here. All right, mainnet beta. So I should be able to go back in here. Nope. DevNet. Damn it. I'm not sure what I did, Neil. Maybe I'll just sit here and fiddle it. Have you done anything on yours yet?
It crashes for me.
It crashes for you?
Yeah.
Don't show your personal info.
If I go into the apps browser, it says not connected, and then if I can click connect, there's an error basically. So I can't do it on Android at the moment.
Huh. Man, the poor dev team is probably freaking out right now.
It's the case, isn't it?
Yeah. That's how it goes.
You can probably just change the URL to mainnet. You can click it.
Yeah. It just says realms today.
Oh, I don't think that's done it. I don't think it likes it.
No.
Maybe it's mainnet beta or something.
And you can't do it. You can't just go sneak down. See, it crashes. Give us 30 days. Yeah. Dang it. I had this working earlier. Maybe what we can do, Neil, is walk through kind of what it looks like. We did skip around a bit.
Yeah. You can definitely share them on DevNet at least.
Okay. So here we go here. Here's your main screen. You've got your HNT in there. You've got your mobile. You've got whatever it is, your IoT and your Sol. To get Sol in here, I want to say you hit this little, hit the Sol button. And then what the fuck did I do before? Oh no.
Yep. You got it. Copy your address. Go to your favorite exchange and send it to that, right?
Man, how did I do this before? I just did this thing. Should I reveal my words?
No. Copy address there, isn't it?
There it is. Yeah, copy address. So thanks, dude. And then you pick Solana. And now it's copied and you can put this thing wherever you want to put it.
Yeah, right. And there's plenty of places you could do it. Sol's everywhere, so there's nothing stopping you using your favorite exchange as far as I'm aware. So
yep.
And obviously, if you've got other coins, there's plenty of places where there's decentralized exchanges that you can swap it to Sol. So you just have to find a source of Sol and put a little bit in there for staking. You know, there
Yep.
is enough in there that you got from
I think you can do one
having
transaction,
passports
right?
active. Yeah, there's enough for 100 transactions on the wallet
I don't think
that
so
you
because
get
it's like
given.
2 cents a transaction. I put in one soul and I'm already down to 96 and I've only done 2 transactions.
Mm. Okay, it
So
might be a
I
few
think
less.
that's what it is because I also thought you could do a ton of transactions, but I don't think you can. And it may be that may be some general fuckery like where what I would think of as one transaction is actually like 10 different things because if you go to these app interactions, it'll tell you like, oh, this is what you did. You actually did 90 different things.
Mm. Just to Lasher in the chat, if the wallet crashes, you need to get the update in the App Store. So just if the wallet won't even open, just go to the App Store, refresh it, make sure you update it, and it'll work again.
Cool. All right. So what should happen is once you don't see this thing up here saying DevNet, and I have gotten that to do it at least once. Look at that little fucking thing flashing. I can't see that flashing at all here. It must be some IR shit.
Yeah, it must be.
Then you can say, hey, I want to delegate um, to whatever it is I want to delegate. So in this case, I chose the Helium
Yeah,
DAO.
so delegating, you're delegating HNT to get VEHNT.
Yep.
With that VEHNT, you can then delegate against the sub DAO. So the first one in the list is HNT, and then it's mobile, and then it's IoT.
Yep. Yep. That makes sense. I'll just X out so we go back to that. Yeah. HNT, as the UK say, mobile
HNT.
and and IoT. So we'll do HNT first. We'll see if we can get this thing to work. It probably won't. So I saw when I first opened this thing up that the connect button here had Phantom listed, and I didn't want that, so I just said Helium, and then I hit connect. It has all this crap down here, view your wallet, all that stuff. I say connect. In order to, and you can see I did one HNT and delegated for whatever, a million years, whatever you do, is you go to this My Governance Power and hit view, and then hit lock tokens, and then hit however many you want to lock. We'll do one more here for another 4 years. You've got this option of cliff and constant. And then what should happen when you hit lock tokens, I don't think it will happen now because I'm in that stupid dev thing, is I hit approve. It'll say locking. Oh, locking successful. Cool. So I locked up another one HNT.
But did you look it up on Mainnet, or have you just looked it up on DevNet? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I hope it's on mainnet. I bet there's actually just something wrong because now it says my votes are 600 and they were 300 before.
Mm.
So I think we're actually okay there. And I've got locked as 2 and before I had 1. So I think I'm on mainnet. And then the next thing you can do is you can delegate this, right?
Hmm.
And that happens. Ooh, where does that happen?
You have to go right back to the apps browser. I think it's the easiest way.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
if I want to delegate
Navigate
this
there.
to IoT, I think I've already delegated one to mobile.
Hmm.
You got to reconnect. So far, I've had to reconnect every time.
That's the bit I have problems with. For me, it crashes. So
Okay. And I've got 11 million more. You can't see this. 11 million more IoT available to lock. So I hit view. I'll lock a token.
So do
Whatever.
you want to
One.
explain that lockup type, Cliff, and what was the other
Oh, yeah.
one?
Actually, I don't understand that. I just put Cliff because it sounded more exciting.
Constant and Cliff. Yeah, Cliff. I think Cliff is the type that your VHNT falls off a cliff at the end, but constant means it constantly reduces. So your voting power reduces as you.
Oh, over time.
Um,
Okay. And do you earn a different amount for going Cliff or constant? I think you must.
that's a bit beyond me, I'm afraid.
Okay. That's 2 of us. And then, so I'm going to lock this one IoT for 4 years. You hit lot tokens. We'll see if the magic happens. Approve. There's all kinds of warnings on here to stop you from doing this stuff.
But look how quick everything is as well. That's so. Remember when you
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
the
yeah.
transaction on
No,
Helium
it's rad.
previously?
So now I
It's
got
crazy, isn't it?
11,597. I had 98 before. So one of my things
You
is
send a
locked.
transaction and wait, I don't know what, like 40 minutes,
Yeah.
something like that. And that's just like boom, instant. I mean, you can see it all. It's
Dude,
great.
There was one other thing where you could delegate in here, and I forget what I did um, to delegate it before, but I'm sure that I delegated it to like IoT or something.
So you hit the my voting power and then delegated, right? That's all you need to do.
I think so. Does it mean that once I delegate to one thing, every other token I lock goes to that same thing? Oh, there it is. Lock
No, you can do split
positions.
voting. Yeah, you can do split voting. So split as much as you want.
Okay. I don't understand the difference
Oh, there
between.
we go. There you go. Cliff starts the 4 year countdown immediately. Constant doesn't start the 4 year decay until you tell it to.
Okay.
So, so with Cliff, um, you immediately are unlocking, but with Constant, it doesn't start the decay until you tell it to. So
Okay.
even though you might have set it to 4 years, if you run it for 6 months and then tell it to unstake, it's still going to take 4 years.
Cool. All
There
right.
we go.
I'm catching up on the all this stuff on all the notes. Okay, so in this thing, I've got two of these lock positions. One must have. Oh, one is for Helium IoT. You can barely see it here. It's this little green
Mhm.
thing right above where it says claim rewards. And then this says I can split it. Let's see what happens if I hit split. There's a minimum required lockup time of 4 years. All right, great. Amount to lock, I guess one. Um, oh, you can do it by
Yeah,
the minute.
that's a bad naming convention to call it a cliff if it's a slope, slowly, steady drop off straight away. I don't think that's the wrong naming to call it a cliff. It just makes it sound like something's going to happen right at the end or
Okay.
immediately. Like, ah!
And then split position. I don't understand what I'm splitting. Oh, splitting a land rush position after the land rush period will result in the split tokens losing the multiplier.
Mm.
I
So,
don't
say
think.
you've assigned 200 tokens and you later on wanted to remove 100 of those, you could split the position.
All right, I'll just see if my phone melts down. I don't know. Okay.
The cooldown period is dependent on what you want to do. So, you obey. So, basically, you choose how long you want to stake it for.
Okay. Well, dude, I think none of that stuff was super scary. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's not totally. I'm seeing if I have another cable in here so I can directly connect my phone into this and you guys can get a better view of what's going on. Oh, yeah, I got this thing. But none of it was super scary. Like, what questions do people have? Let's see if we can just do a quick, like, AMA as far as what you and I can figure out, Neil.
Hmm.
Let's
What do you
see.
think about the new Explorer? Have you tried it?
Uh, I have. I looked at it briefly. I saw someone was really complaining bitterly last night about it not being the same.
Hmm.
But yeah, I didn't. I
But
didn't see a
today I
huge
was
big deal.
reminded. Do you remember when we first got the Helium app? There was that death scroll of checking rewards and beacons and witnesses, and every time a new one would come in, you get an update instantly. And as it went along the path, you just have this. You'd end up in this death scroll, like how people scroll Instagram and Facebook. It just reminds me of that. We went from a system that everyone could see everything in the app to Explorer, and everyone went, "Oh my god, how the hell are we going to do it on Explorer when we've done everything in the app?" It's that kind of situation over here again. Like, it's changed, but it's
Yeah,
changed for the better in the fact that it's utilizing third parties that have spent a lot of time developing services. Um, yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I think it's just a change. I don't think it's.
faster. It's a change, yeah. Hotspot is going to get better with things that they do and what they've locked up. Going from a system that's handling everyone to on Explorer with a separate system to suddenly everyone being linked through the hotspot is a lot of traffic. So they need to let that settle in. They need to work out what they can unlock without a login, and things will change. And I told today that the Explorer people have already started adding features, so we might see some really quick updates on it. So just give it time. It's brand new stuff. It's bleeding edge. No one else is doing this.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
There's going to be
yet to be
problems.
done. Oh, this accessory not supported. I was trying to plug this sucker straight in. No deal. All right, well, you're seeing live fiddlery. I'm much better at screwing things into the sides of mountains than I am
I don't
Figuring
want to
out this
call it. Yeah,
fucking
I
technology.
don't want to call him out too much, but I think Joey said he's going to pop on as well, so he might have some further things he can show us and explain.
Okay. Let's see. Mohammed's asking, how do you begin your stake duration period? It starts when you stake it, Mohammed. So the process that I just went through, I think you'll do the same thing. Does that make sense to you or no? And then Siegfried is saying, okay, how to do that. New Explorer is a work in progress. There's Mohammed. Does your stake duration begin automatically when you lock? Yes, as far as I can tell, yeah.
If you set cliff, it
If you set cliff.
automatically starts. Otherwise, it's constant. It will just stay locked up until you start the countdown. So
Okay. Hyper 3 RAM. Are we supposed to transfer to the Solana network? Yeah, I think we're there. In fact, there's a way to do that. In here is this actually might be okay to do.
when you first open the wallet, it definitely asks you to transfer to Solana. So click that, and it will just do everything for you, and then you'll just instantly see all your available funds and everything. Nothing much to do.
Right. There is my fucking. There is, if you go back this general thing, you can go to in settings, which is where I went to really quickly there. There was a thing in here that said like, hey, transfer your wallet. I don't see
You've
that.
done it. You've done it now. So
Oh, migrate wallet. Yeah.
yeah.
So if you hit migrate wallet, and I don't see that being a problem, it'll just say you've successfully migrated your tokens. Like that's how you do it.
It's nice and easy. It just does everything for you. I'm excited to see the NFTs in the wallet, just to see what they look like. They're not in there yet.
Are they not? I thought they were.
Unless it's just my phone.
Oh yeah, I think they are.
You can click the NFTs top right there, and it will show
Okay.
you a list of them if they're there.
Oh, VSR4, whatever that is.
Ooh.
Ooh, undefined.
Ooh.
Oh, those are my voting escrow. Those are my positions.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There's a representation of them. It must be.
Interesting. And they're all Cliff because Cliff just sounded the most exciting. Okay.
So you started the cooldown immediately, basically, rather than keep it constant.
Huh.
I think the point is that after your position ends, you lose the land rush bonus. So if you wanted to keep that going for longer, you can put it on constant and just have it.
Okay. Okay. So I should be on constant if I'm the greediest possible.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that is direct financial advice. You can go ahead and sue me when you don't make $1 million. Yeah. All right. What can I do, Shanky? What can I do with the IoT tokens? I don't know, dude. What are you gonna do with the IoT tokens, Neil? I'm gonna count them, I guess. Makes me feel good.
I'm gonna leave them there. One thing I like to say is that if I can claim my tokens once a year and have one taxable event, how amazing is that for accounting? So I'm not going to touch them, but you could sell them, you could transfer them to HNT, whatever you like.
Let's see. Adrian Clint. All right, Waveform's here. Cool. Waveform, if you want me to send you a link to this thing so you can come on and answer questions, I'm happy to bring you in. I guess hit me on Discord. And I'll get a link over to you so you can jump on this thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's quite good advice. He said that validated positions have been migrated to constant lockup straight away. So if you had a validator, you now have a constant lockup. So if you want to start that cooldown, you can start that cooldown, but it won't start automatically. It's pretty good advice.
Let's see. Lasha Jacobia, please make video instruction how to stake HNT. Yeah, sure. I guess I can make a separate one where it's a little bit easier to do, but it's like a 10-minute process to understand it and then a 30-second process to do it. Let's see. Oh, HyperM is asking this question. I understand the wallet does it. He was talking about the transfer thing, but look into the miners, the 3 dots on the left of the name of the miners. Once you click, it says transfer. Okay. I don't even know where miners are. Didn't we see my hotspots? Okay, so amateur jade hair. There's a 3 dot. So you're only going to transfer this if you want to send it to someone else. Like if I want to send the miner to Neil, like you don't have to transfer it from Helium to Solana. That's already done
But
for
yeah,
you.
I was going to say that's transfer and ownership, not from HNT to Solana. Don't
Yep.
transfer your hotspots now. Whatever
Yep.
you do, even if you still got the blue app, don't transfer your hotspots. People keep doing it.
Right.
Don't transfer your hotspots. Just leave them.
Just leave them alone. Let's see if oh, it's bugging me. I can't get the focus right. It's pretty close there. Cool. Let's see.
Will Toppin's got a good one.
What's that?
Do you guys know if IoT will always be worth a specific fraction of HNT?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah, it's dependent on the treasury, right? So IoT's value is how much is in circulating supply and what's in the treasury divided by circulating supply. So if there's 1,000 HNT in the treasury and 100,000 IoT in the wild, then you know how much it is. So it's a constant changing thing. And like right now, if you went to claim your IoT, it's not going to be worth anything. At the end of the epoch today, there'll be some HNT in the treasury,
Oh,
but there
that's right.
won't
I
be
think
much.
Joey had talked about that, right? Remember he was saying like don't do a or not that he said don't or do something, but I'll say it like don't fucking trade that stuff immediately because there's not enough there's not enough HNT in the treasury and you'll just get some ruinous exchange rate. Something like that.
Basically, that's it. Yeah, you just don't. It's not worth doing it at the moment. I mean, if you really, 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 really want to get away with it, get rid of it. Then, from what I understand, there are already places taking it,
Okay.
IoT tokens. So, I think it was Orca was everyone was talking about today. So you can go and sell it on there for a secondary market value rather than what it's worth to transfer the HNT. So,
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Tech Gamer BB, how do I stake? Yeah, that's what we just did. We can do it again though. I bet we do a better job the second time, huh, Neil? Yeah.
do it, do it.
All right. Okay. So, oh, there's Max. Hang on a second. Not answering that one.
He's
All
probably like,
right.
dude, is staking working for you?
Yeah, he's like, quit doing whatever it is you're doing. Let's see. So you're gonna go into your wallet. Who's I talking to? This Tech Gamer BB. So how do you stake? You go into your wallet, and you go to this little globe thing on the bottom right. You may not see this perfectly, but should be good enough. Up at the top right, it should not say DevNet. I don't know why it does on mine. Does it say nothing on yours, Neil, or
It says DevNet on mine as well.
it says DevNet on
Right
yours?
now,
Okay.
mine's bugged. So
But we'll forge ahead with the staking thing. So you should be able to fix that. And we talked about how to fix that earlier by going out of here and back to settings and going down to this part here that says developer settings. And then this says Solana network. It says mainnet beta. If you click that, it'll give you 3 options: DevNet, testnet, and mainnet beta. You should just choose mainnet beta. Sometimes Neil and I have found that you can toggle it to DevNet and then toggle it back to mainnet, and that seems to fix it. And you will know it's fixed when you go back here. Oh, I fucking did it.
did you?
There's no
Okay.
no URL there. Okay, so now we've got, here's how you stake Tech Gamer BB, whatever your name was.
See if your
Is
positions are still there. If that was on DevNet, that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was just a bad message. So I hit the top option there, which was HNT. You're going to see up here, this thing says connect. Yours may say connect to Phantom, connect to whatever. You want to connect to Helium. So you've got a little drop down there. Choose Helium and then connect to that. You'll see this message here: view your wallet balance and activity, request approval for transactions. You're going to connect to that. And then you'll see this screen. I don't know how well you can see this, Neil. I might actually, let's see.
You got a box you can put your phone on just to bring it a bit closer. Oh, there you go.
Does that work a little bit better? Let's see if I
A little better, yeah.
I don't think I can get the.
It's good enough to see.
That's
You
good
can
enough.
see
Okay, cool.
everything. Yeah.
Right. So now you've got this thing that says like my governance power at the top, which is right here. You hit view. This is how you stake. And now you're in this my governance power. This thing says lock tokens. I've already staked whatever it was, whatever the fuck it was. But you'll hit lock tokens. And then it'll ask you, you have a couple choices here, cliff and constant. So that's how fast, what is it? How fast your voting power degrades?
No, it's how it's. Do you want to start the cooldown instantly? If you do, select cliff. If
Okay.
you want to keep it constant, so the cooldown only starts when you trigger it, select constant.
Okay. Cool. Ooh, I see. Let me see if I can bring Waveform in here because he may be able to
Yeah,
jump in as well.
yeah.
Yeah, stand by. I'm going to get him over here. Cool. All right. So we're in here. And then, almost lost it. I'm selecting constant. It tells you how much HNT you have. I'll just lock up 1 and hit done. And then you have a duration. So 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Ooh, they took off the 5 years. It was 5 years earlier. Good
Oh.
job, team.
Does
And
it
that will
slide?
tell you, what's that?
No. Is it meant to be 4 years only?
Yeah, I think like 5 years had no advantage over 4 years.
Right.
Okay, here comes Adrian. Let's see if I can bring him in. Just say CM. Ooh, I did not have this set up well. Hang on a sec. There we go. What's up, dog? Okay, there we are. Cool. Adrian's here. Labeled as Max.
I appear to be Max.
Yeah, let me fix that.
I was going to say hide us and then just show the phone.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna hide you again, but at least we got another voice in here, so I'll go back to Sora. Okay, so here we are. You choose whatever duration you want. As you change that choice of duration, 1 year gets you, this says 25x, 2 years gets you 50x, 4 years gets you 100x. So that's your vote power?
Yeah.
I think, yep.
Yep.
And then you just hit lock tokens, and from there the magic should happen. It'll say estimated changes, unable to simulate. Make sure that you're not screwing anything up. I'm gonna hit approve. Locking successful. It tells you what the transaction was, and now where I had 600 votes before, now I've got 900. So for every, what is it, 1 HNT, you get 100 votes right now. There's 100x, and then there's another 3x multiplier on top of that for the land rush. Cool.
You got it.
And I think that's it. Is there? Let's see. So that
No.
should be staking, right?
You gonna delegate it?
I should.
Now
Yeah.
you've staked HFT. You delegate it against a sub DAO, right, to earn from it.
Yeah. Okay. So I got this undelegate. I got. Fuck. I'm getting confused here. I don't know which one is which.
So what? That bottom one, I think it is.
It's okay. Lock tokens.
No, one before that. One before that.
Okay. Go back. Whoops. Ooh, what did I screw up? No, this thing right here. No, I was in my governance power.
So those top positions, I think, had they're already locked against
I think
DAOs,
so.
right? You said that top one had the go down a bit more. That's it.
Okay, so this says lock positions, and then there's a ton of stuff here that says split, transfer, extend, unlock, delegate.
So that's one of your assigned positions already.
Okay, and then there's, I guess, another one.
That's
And
the
that's
IoT position.
Oh, so this
that's
delegate thing is not
mobile.
delegated against anything. Does that make sense to you, Adrian?
I can't see your screen in a large scale, but you, yeah,
Yeah, that middle one you've assigned to IoT. That top one you haven't assigned to anything yet, so you can delegate it.
Okay, let's see if I can just hold this like super steady here and get the focus right. Pretty close. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
yeah. Just
So now
One
delegate
thing-
that top position.
All right.
Yeah.
Delegate. Ooh, I should do a thing on YouTube like, hey, give me a thumbs up for IoT or fucking $1 for mobile or whatever. No, we'll do IoT. So you can choose whatever you want, and then
The best network, the
Clearly
right
the
one
best.
to choose.
yeah, always in your corner, Helium IoT. And then the magic should happen from there. Estimated changes, all the usual warnings. I'm hitting approve. It says delegating down here, and then delegation successful. Some
Bam!
kind of magic
Instant
happened.
transactions. That's so cool.
That's rad, huh? That worked well.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it. So now I've got all these different locked positions.
Yeah. Every one you've started a new position, basically.
Okay. And then if I
But
want
you
to
can
lock,
see which one. Yeah, you can see which one they're in. They've got the little IoT logo, or do you
yep,
see?
yep.
Yeah, and the one above it's got it as well, but that
Oh, but
top one
this one
hasn't.
doesn't.
So
So I should be fair
yeah,
to mobile, and I'll delegate some to mobile. Delegate tokens. So it seems. I mean, this seems pretty easy. Is Max texting me telling me not to burn through Sol?
yeah.
Probably. Yeah. So I'm actually curious. I've now done a couple transactions. Is what like how much Sol did I have? I got 90 cents. No, 0.90 Sol left, which is 20.94, and I had like 1.0 Sol. So I think I've gone through zero point 0.1 Sol with 4 or 5 transactions, and I think that's what I was finding is like 0.02 Sol per transaction. I think it was something like that.
Boom.
Yeah,
And that's how you
I,
stake.
I'm going to look at doing that myself and then working out the Sol transaction fee so we can put them in docs.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, to go back what I said earlier, that the validator migrated stakes, they are in constant lockup, but the UI for realms for a new for new staking is cliff, which yeah is really decay, not cliff.
Okay,
Should just
so
call it. You should just call it unlocked or something like
yeah.
that. But it is what it is, I suppose.
I think that's a realms UI
Hmm.
terminology.
Okay.
You still get your HNT back. You get your HNT back at the end of the lockup.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
at the end of the lockup, there's no voting power. There's no VEHNT left.
Max texted me there's a big opportunity. Let me know when you're done with YouTube. That's amazing. Okay, so Max we'll figure it out. Let me see. I only have 3 cents of Sol, so why less in my Helium wallet, Tech Gamer BB? So you've got to put Sol in there. I think you got 0.03, so you could do one transaction for free.
You had enough Sol in there to pay your rent for your NFTs forever,
Okay.
and enough for 100 transfer token transactions.
Ah,
But
okay. So
again,
it's must be much cheaper to transfer tokens than it is to like stake or delegate.
yes,
Okay.
Mhm.
I think
All right.
everybody got a number which is 0.013089 Sol was a
Check out
number.
the memory on that guy.
I just saw
All right.
3 zeros and a 1.
Let's
Yeah,
see. Hyper RAM. So you only get voting power, not HNT back. Nope, you get your HNT back. Let me see if I can get this in a place.
eventually.
Yeah, at the end of the stake, you get your HNT back. All right. The Sol airdrop is probably worth more than the IoT airdrop. We should have made more wallets before the transition. Yeah, maybe.
That was a concern.
Yeah.
That people would create thousands of wallets to get that 3 cents worth of
Some
Sol.
asshole, I'm sure, did it. There are people who love that kind of shit. Let's see. This question,
That's
WTV.
Max's big opportunity for you after this call. Quick.
Maybe, yeah. What do you have after the lock is finished? After the lock is finished, you get your H&T back, and I think that's it. You don't get any. Wait, is there a way you earn mobile and IoT if you staked against it? I missed that part.
You
You don't earn
when you
anything.
when you stake or lock up, you get your HNT back after the lockup period has decayed with Cliff. You don't get anything else whatsoever. What you do earn is if you delegate, then you will get your IoT or mobile.
Got it. So you have to both stake and delegate.
Yeah.
Yep. And staking gives you voting power, and delegating gives you gives you the token earnings. Okay.
Effectively, staking gives you voting power, and delegating that voting power gives you an income in a subDAO.
Okay.
But you can't then use it for voting as well because it's delegated, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Oh, you can. Just making sure.
I think there seems to be a confusion at the moment that you need to delegate to vote. And as long as I've understood it for the past several months, no, delegation is an optional thing you can do with your VE-HNT.
Okay. Mark asks, what do you mean enough to pay NFT rent? I don't know.
Yeah. If you have NFTs on your Sol wallet, you have to pay rent on them. But what we've done is we've paid the rent forever, or the rent exclusive, or whatever the terminology is.
Yep.
I
Okay.
can look it up if you want.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Can it run out and lose? Can you run out and lose it? I don't think so, but I don't know. Maybe. God, all your NFTs come to me. Hell yeah.
No, we rent exempt. That's it.
Okay.
So we've paid the fee to make your NFTs rent exempt.
Huh. All right. So you're safe, Mark.
So what I think what he's asking is there ever a time where it will always ask for a transaction again on that? But you just said it's rent exempt, so it's not going to suddenly take Sol from your wallet. And if there isn't any, it's not going to run out.
Okay. Let's see. Leonardo Thomas Garcia. How do I stake to earn HNT? I don't think you can earn HNT by staking. Nope. Okay, so when you stake, you just have voting power, so you can determine the future of the network by voting, but that's all you get. Badger Watkins. Who do I report to claim my missing IoT pre-mine? I think it's customer service over at Helium. Go ahead and look that up on the internet. I don't know who to report it to, but I don't think they exist. I don't know, Badger.
Your hotspot needed to be on and earning. Sorry, your hotspot needs to have earned HNT at some point in the last 30 days.
Okay.
So if it didn't earn HNT, you don't get a share of the pre-mine.
Got it. Let's see. So I stake HNT and delegate it to IoT. When the time finishes, you get your HNT back and you get IoT. I believe that's correct.
Yeah, if you stake 50 HNT for 6 months and enter cooldown, you'll get your 50 HNT back after 6 months, and you will get an income of IoT once a day.
Cool.
I've just worked out what I was doing in my wallet to make it break, so I can actually delegate it now.
Nice.
See, we're learning this stuff just as much as everyone else. Right?
I had to reboot my phone to get it to work. It just
Do you know the problem I was having? For some reason, for me as default, the top right said mobile wallet adapter, and I assumed it was that. But I've just selected Helium from the drop down, and it's all suddenly working. So my wallet's connected.
I've got 3 or 4 Heliums where it says that. No idea why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit confusing. I just picked the top one from the list, and now it's working for me. So, yay, more to the IoT DAO.
All right, let's see. I think we talked about this. Moving HNT around is super cheap, but staking uses multiple transactions, so it costs more. Yeah, that's what I found. When I was looking at my phone, there's like 30 transactions that happen when you stake. All kinds of general geekery that goes on there. All right. Oh, Solana. Siegfried knows about Solana. Solana's used accounts to manage some things. Open an account entails needing to pay rent. Oh, interesting. And Helium, is it Nova or Foundation paid the rent for you?
He had another
Foundation.
interesting comment.
Okay.
He had another interesting comment earlier. Apparently, you can merge your stakes.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's maybe I can try that because that'll clean up some mess. That was who said that?
Siegfried.
You can split stakes and you can join them back together again.
All right, stand by.
But you can't join a 6 month. You can't move a 6 month stake onto a 3 month stake, for example. You can't move your HNT VA HNT to a position that is less period than the one you're in, but you can move it to more, and it will inherit the one that it's moved to.
There's another one just quickly as well. If you go to stake and there is an error pop up that says instruction errors or something, it's basically because you don't have enough SOL in your wallet to pay for the staking transaction. So make sure you've got enough SOL in the wallet if you do get that error.
Got it. All right. So how do I combine these or merge these things? There's delegations. There's an undelegate option.
You, if you have delegated stakes, you can't take any action on them until you undelegate.
Okay, so I can undelegate.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can do a couple at once. I'll probably just break everything. Signature declined.
It's crypto. There'll be a new ID every time you do it.
Yeah, that's something that's useful to try, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
You have to undelegate to take an action on a stake, but does the destination stake need to be undelegated as well? It's something I don't know yet.
Okay.
Something I'll try if we don't manage to get it working here.
All right. So now I've got everything undelegated. I think so. I just had like this position, and I don't know how to tell these positions apart. This is OXW UX. No, it's all the same. Fuck, I don't understand it.
Now it's undelegated. It is all the same. It's just the 3 times that you've done it in 3 different transactions. But it did have what you were staking against. Right now, they're not against anything. So
Okay. So how do I combine all these things?
So I don't know what order it's displaying them. Have you got a time on there? Let me see mine. Because if you did those 3 in sequence, yeah, you don't have seconds on there, do you? You've only got days. Yeah. So although they've all been done on the same day, the clock starts ticking to the second. So of those 3 stakes, one will be a few seconds or a minute younger or older than the others.
Okay.
So without knowing which one's which, you may find that one transferring from 1 to 1 will not work because it's younger, and one will not, and one will work because it's older.
Ooh, I don't know what I did there, but I broke something.
You've connected your
Helium
fancy
wallet's
wallet.
gone now. Huh. Now it's back. So, and then what's this DAO wallets and assets? Have you guys looked in this thing?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, there's nothing in mine.
Stick freeze says that you just hit the transfer button on the position, and then transfer it into one of the other ones.
Okay. Transfer. Nope. There's no transfer option there. I mean, there's a transfer option, but it's grayed out. So I wonder if I delegate one. And I'll delegate this to IoT, delegate tokens. Yeah, approve. Dude, I'm going to fucking lose all of my goddamn tokens at some point by just not paying attention to these approval things. Okay, so undelegate. So you can't, I'm not seeing that you can do anything. So there's a transfer option, but it's gray, not blue. And then in the stake that I delegated, it's just the options are claim rewards or undelegate. Huh. Well, we'll go mobile. We'll try and keep it fair. Just I'm moving the balance back and forth. These the giant voting power I have with one token.
Let me check, Nick. You might not be able to do it until the next epoch.
Oh, okay.
Right, that makes sense.
I wonder if that's the issue. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, you can delegate and redelegate in the same epoch, but it may need to. It may have you as delegated in this epoch, so you have to undelegate, wait till the next epoch before you can transfer. I'll
Okay.
double check that with Noah.
Okay.
If that
So
sounds
could you
logical,
see?
it does to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a rule. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Does sound logical to me. Vision Grid's comment there. It's way too complicated for the normal person. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it's understanding crypto generally to know how to fill a wallet with Sol and then click a few buttons to delegate. But it's just you just got to make sure you're happy with the position that you're taking. You know, I mean, you can if you accidentally go constant, I suppose you can just start the countdown anyway. That's about the only one. The only real difference between the options on the screen.
And people who are familiar with realms may know this
Mm.
like the back of their hand, but for us, it's a new interface.
It's a new one. Let's see if I can get Joey in here. Ooh. What have I broken? Something important. Lost Adrian. I'll get him back. That's waveform. There we go. Hang on, Joey. I'm bringing you in. Whoops, that's not Joey. That's me. That's my room. There we go. There's Joey.
Hello.
Hey there, little fella.
Too big. Thank you. You can keep me small in the corner.
Okay. Cool. What's up, dog? We broke almost all the things we could think of to break. I'm not sure what
Perfect.
else is left.
Yeah, I'm assuming I didn't know Adrian was on, so he's probably answered all of your staking needs. But yeah, whatever we want to get into, I'm happy to chat for a little bit.
We had a question about what was it, Adrian? The like when you can or can't stake, or sorry, when you can or can't delegate. Is that right?
Yeah. So the one we were just looking at, Joey, was transferring stakes that have been split back together again, that have been delegated. And what it looks like is if you delegate a stake, if you then undelegate it, you're going to have to wait until the next epoch before you can transfer it. Because at the moment,
Okay.
if you delegate and undelegate, the transfer is grayed out. So I'm assuming you have to wait until the end of the next epoch before you can transfer.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. So yeah, all of the rewards, all of that stuff is happening on a sort of per epoch basis. So that would totally track for being able to transfer things after unstaking, or sorry, after undelegating.
Yes, that's what we're seeing, Joe. Is the transfer button is grayed out.
If you
Yes,
create
yep.
if you create a new position, Nick,
Mm-hmm.
you might be able to transfer that into one of the existing ones.
Okay, so let's see. Lock tokens.
But do it for a shorter period than the existing ones.
Oh, all right. So I start with HNT
Yeah.
and disconnected from wallet. Oh, you cheeky bugger. All right, and it's my governance power, lock tokens, one, I guess for 6 months, sure. And then constant. So
Well,
far, so good.
the other's constant as well.
Does it matter if one is cliff and one is constant? Like, can they not be merged?
I don't know. That's one of my outstanding questions.
Okay, I think
They
I've got at least.
probably can't.
No, I think I've got
have
at least
two
one of
different-
each, though.
Yeah, the type needs to be the same.
Okay, so I lock tokens here. Go ahead and approve it to Siegfried's horror. I'm not reading anything, Siegfried. I'm just smashing buttons and seeing what happens.
You are also welcome to do all of this in DevNet with DevNet tokens.
Oh, where's the fun in that, Joey?
Yeah, it's no fun if it's not for real money. Everyone knows that.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
that one. Split, extend, unlock, delegate. What was I supposed to do?
So on the one you've just created, can you transfer it?
So the transfer button will be grayed out unless there's a compatible position to transfer into. And so that position that you transfer into needs to have a greater or equal amount of time remaining.
Okay,
So
so there's the
your-
4-year, the 4-year, the 6 month. So all I can do with the 6 month is split, extend, unlock, delegate.
Yeah, what you've done one for 6 on Cliff, and then you've done one also constant there, and then you've done one for Cliff, and then one for so they're not all the same type. So if you did another one
Okay.
and kept it the same as the other ones, you'd be able to merge those two later on.
No,
But you've
shouldn't
done different options for each, right?
the constant 6 months should be able to go in the constant 4 year?
No, the
It should
different periods.
a
The different
constant
periods.
a constant 6 months should be able to be transferred to a constant 4 year, and then it will pick up the longer lockup time.
I guess I could extend this to 4 years and see if that works.
To me, as a programmer, I'd be like, no, they're totally different things. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
allow transfer from one to the other.
Let's just see what happens.
The
Alright.
thing to remember as well, Nick, is although we are being granular in months or years or even days with realms, and the back end, it's working to seconds. So
Right.
a year and a second
It's different.
cannot be transferred to one with a year on it.
So I think this is
Because
my
that's
new
a
one.
short period
None of
of
my.
time.
I can't transfer any of these things.
We're just slowly making you stake every single HNT you've got at this point. God.
Okay. I got 1,200 votes. I'm a fucking baller. All right.
Someone
We
said
need
in
something
the
to vote
chat,
on.
someone said in the chat not long ago, I get an instruction error when approving the lockup. That's
Yep.
because you don't have enough soul in your wallet, from what I understand.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, a little more color on that, unless Adrian has already touched on it. But part of HIP 51 was that everyone would get 100 transactions worth of SOL. Creating a lockup actually creates a new entity on chain, and anytime you have like think of it as like a bucket, you have to pay for the bucket, and then once that bucket's there, you can move things in and out of it for fairly cheap. But buying your bucket's the thing that's costing the money there. So that's why you need a little more SOL to create a stake.
Okay. Hey, I looked at the time. It's 11:58. I got a call in 2 minutes, so I'm going to bounce. I think anyone who wants to watch this can figure out what to do. I think I've made enough mistakes and fiddled around enough that you should be able to learn from that. If someone wants to be super cool in the next hour, because I'm not going to be around, and put a bunch of timestamps and send them to me in Discord, I'll just add that to the YouTube channel if that's going to be helpful. And then if you guys have more questions, you can, drop them in the Helium Discord server. You can drop them in the GK server. You can put them on this YouTube thing, and I'll probably do a cleaned up version of how to do all this stuff in the next day or two. So
We'll probably
Sure.
do some
Yep.
updates to docs as well in the next 24 hours, won't we?
Well, I welcome anyone that's like going through this and recognizing little areas where docs might have missed some detail. Just jump in and make a PR, shoot me a DM, shoot Adrian a DM, whatever that is, because like it's all a work in progress. We're trying to like make this as good as it can be, and input helps.
cool.
Yeah, or good tag as well, Sam.
Oh yeah, Sam Guten Tag. Cool. I'm gonna go talk to the Deepin State or the Deepin Ibiza guys to organize that thing in October. So rock and roll. Thanks for coming on at late notice, guys. We'll see you on Friday
worries.
probably. Lates.
Later.